Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 91 of Trials and Trebuchets. I am your Dungeon Master, Luke, and joining me are my players, whose names are...
Hello, my name is Ben, and I play the level 6 gnome wizard, Windsor Wallaby. Jazz hands.
Hello, everyone. It's me, Philip.
I'm actually Integrity Attleberry.
And I play the level unknown human warlock.
I'm actually a level 6 tiefling rogue.
You what?
I'm okay with romancing Carla
I thought
as
you said
Philip, but I'm
that-
also very confused
I
about what
lied.
just happened.
I didn't know that you were actually going to write it in an intro.
What is Philip then?
We don't know. He's
I
an
think he's a
NPC.
warlock.
He's an NPC.
A level unknown.
A level unknown human something.
A level unknown human unknown.
We never talk about it.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and I play Mira Marchand, the level 6 half-elf bard. Delmas has just asked Mira if she likes her, so getting her arm ripped off is now only going to be the second most traumatic part of Mira's past 24 hours.
Oh no, feelings. And I am Sam. I play the level 6 human sorceress, Serenep Cinderman. I was trying to follow up Ben's whole thing with another jazz step, but all I could think of was the can, and I think there's a proper name for it. I can't think of it though, I'm sorry.
Who's to say?
Stop saying jazz. I'm trying to be calm for this next part.
This is like a preview of Gremlin editing.
Okay, I'm good.
And last time on Trials and Trebuchets, the fire team got the rundown from Canon Nathan, the mysterious man in the pantry, opting not to burn the Abjuration building as the Whispers had implied. They instead begged for help from Professor Flagon Deeptar, who promised to help them with the established problem-solving framework established by the Council of Administrators. Meanwhile, in Artis's cottage, a sleep-deprived Delnus and an injured and traumatized Mira began the inevitable conversation of romance.
Oh,
It is early in the day on this beautiful summer day. There's a gentle breeze coming in from the open doors in Artis's cottage. There's the fresh, warm smell of the woods. Maybe further away on the distant horizon, you might be able to see some storm clouds coming down towards the house, but that's for tonight and not for right now. Right now, it's very calm and peaceful. You can hear all the creaks and cracks as the house moves by itself. You know, the way houses do when they shift and settle and stuff like that, right?
Thank you.
Delmas is seated, Mira. She's not looking directly at you and has just asked you what you think of her romantically.
I'm sorry, can we go back a second? So you were with Artis. What exactly did Artis say to you for you to ask me that question?
He was trying to be your wingman, you messed it up.
Well, he was just talking a lot about, advice he wished he had when he lost his wife and dealing with all of that, and was implying that you might have felt a specific way about me, but maybe that was me reading into it. I'm sorry.
Mira, I think, because I told you earlier she was trying to play some stuff with the lyre with her mage hand. I think she covers her face with the mage hand and is just oh gosh, I'm so sorry I didn't tell you. I was gonna tell you after I looked cool after the tournament, but then I lost and it was embarrassing. And then I was so busy in Lightmere and with exams and I was stressed. And then I was gonna tell you after your party and then it went bad. And then I didn't listen to you and then I got attacked and you got attacked. And then I was gonna tell you at the Golem party, but Underbow died. And then I was gonna tell you that night in my dorm and I was so scared. I'm so sorry.
You were gonna tell me what exactly?
Gonna tell you that I like you. And I just think that you're really cool. And I'm really glad that I got to know you at the school. And it's so hard. And I feel like talking to people is usually easy, but this is so hard. And I should have said something earlier and I didn't.
Delness is going to turn and look at you, Mira. As previously stated, she was looking away. And she has these big bags under her eyes from not getting enough sleep. And they're still kind of red and a little bit puffy, probably from crying. And her face is like bright red.
Yeah, Mira's sunburn arm is no longer the warmest part of her body as her cheeks just heat up.
And she will look at you, and she has a very small smile on her face, and she will say, yeah, thanks for telling me.
Yeah. Sorry it had to be like this.
Do you mind if we talk about it when I get some, I don't want to be dismissive, but
No.
do you mind if we
That's
can
fine.
talk about it when I get more sleep?
No, I'm perfectly okay with that. You should get some sleep.
Okay. Like right now?
You should get some sleep whenever you want to get some sleep.
Oh.
She's, I think, blushing harder now, Mira. And will say, I think I'm going to go to sleep now.
Okay. Careful with dreams.
Okay. She will make an insight check for me.
Insight check. I can absolutely make an insight check.
Be
16
careful,
plus
them
3.
dreams be dangerous.
Mira has a 19 on her insight check.
While she was sitting there and like, you could almost see her like trembling, as you see her walk over to the little shelf where, or like the cupboard where the musty blankets are stored. You see her just smiling to herself. You get a general air of happiness from her, I think.
No one else is home, right?
Yog is here.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, I think that when Delness goes to go to sleep, Mira's just gonna quietly step outside of the cabin, and just to herself, she's gonna go.
Okay.
I thought that was going to go so much worse than it
Right?
did.
There's still time, but
Oh.
yes, that's what Mira does.
Yeah, maybe when she sleeps on it.
Yeah,
At least she didn't run away from you, you know?
that helps.
Just sprint into the woods.
Hey, do you like me? See ya.
All right, I'm gonna head out.
Mira, what do you want to do for the rest of the day?
Can I explore a little?
Oh, you can explore some more. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to explore a little and around and.
Where do you want to go? Do you need me to describe the cabin again or cottage again? I do think it's probably a good idea to describe it since this is like a new episode.
That's fair. It's been a couple.
Okay. So it's this rectangular, if you imagine like a little rectangular house, that's very on brand. It's just this one big open room. There's a, like the like the bathing room is in the corner. There's like the foyer where Yog is stationed as a coat rack, where the portrait of Fidan and Artis is. In the middle of the main room where all of you have been sleeping and stuff or have been eating, where all like these cupboards are, there is a ladder going up to a small little loft area that you had been exploring where there were some desks and books that you didn't get to finish exploring. There's the back deck with like the wicker furniture and a pitiful garden and
Yikes.
some like a small little shed next to the house. And then beyond that, there's just some woods.
Can I check out the shed area a little? I'm not trying to force Mira finding out about the crib. I'm just curious if there's anything, interesting that. I mean, I feel like she's
in
probably.
the shed.
Or just is there a window she can look into?
No, there's no window in the shed.
Well, I guess she can just do a little glance over it. I think she's just curious and a little bit
There's
stir
no escape
crazy.
from the shed.
Okay. I think looking in there, you would see, it just looks like a bunch of, it just looks like accumulated a couple 100 years worth of stuff that someone owns in their life, right? Like you got to have somewhere to put it. Like, honestly, I think comparing Artis to maybe even your parents, they have a lot less, he has a lot less stuff than is stored at your, I don't know what the storage situation is at your family home, but there is a lot less stuff stored here, but most of it does seem to be in this shed or up in the loft area. This one seems more like some old furniture and stuff. Do Do you want to see the crib?
I don't have to see the crib. I'm just
No?
curious if like anything is interesting to Mira.
What's interesting to Mira?
I don't know,
What
like
would you be looking for?
I think Mira's just honestly at this point like looking bored and looking for something stimulating to do. Like,
Mm.
yeah,
Mm.
A dollhouse.
that would be odd to have. I
ominous.
think.
Maybe it was Fidan's. Oh, maybe it was Fidan's to give to their kid. Oh.
Give me an
Oh.
investigation.
Stop.
I'm sorry.
That's so mean. Yeah, sure.
Give me an investigation.
12.
Okay. I don't think you would find anything in the shed per se. Again, it's mostly just furniture. You probably see like some fun stuff at the back of the shed that you would have to like climb over all of Artis's stuff to get to, which is like kind of don't want to
Yeah,
do that right now.
Especially without the arm.
Yeah. In the shed, not so much. Looking around like the garden, you just see the same state it was in earlier. It's very bad off. 12 on investigation?
9 plus 3.
9 plus 3 is 12. Great. Something might catch your eye up in the loft area.
Ooh.
You might be able to see like on a bookshelf there's like some books that seem to be on the subject of arts and performing arts.
Ooh, she'll probably read it then.
Okay. Absolutely. So you could go up there. Your remaining arm helping you get up the
Yeah.
ladder and down the ladder and such and so forth. And you can read this wonderful book that seems very out of date as a note. Like it seems to have been written at least 80 years ago at this
That's
point.
kind of cool.
Yeah, it is very cool. It's like a little time capsule of what was going on then in kind of like the contemporary, what's not contemporary anymore, but then the contemporary performing art culture.
Wow,
of-
this is like dad music.
Dad music.
Okay, and you can do that until well into the evening, I think. It's a very large book. Until such a point that some folks by the name of Winsler Wallaby and Integrity Idleberry would return home. Serenep, if I recall, you went back to the infirmary, correct? To be with
Yes,
our lovely boy Philip.
my boy Philip.
Mm-hmm. Okay, wonderful news.
Oh no.
So, Winsler and Integrity, though.
Snake attack.
Sneak attack, snake attack.
Oh shit.
That's an episode title waiting to happen. So Winsler and Integrity, you return home. Winsler, upon entry into the home, you will see the coat rack stand upright from its moderately slouched position and will say,
Spooky.
Creator,
Hello, Yog. We're back.
I have
Anything
report.
happen?
I have a report.
What's your report?
A stranger entered the home. I did not react adversely and stayed disguised as a coat rack, as the person was with friend Artis.
And who is? Do you know what they look like? Who the stranger was exactly?
I can show you if you would like, Creator.
Yeah, I would like to see.
Okay.
I'm a little confused.
On this big egg-shaped crystal atop Yogg's head, or which is Yogg's head, I guess, you see, Winsler, a small, almost like a
Do I need a
fisheye.
footstool for this?
You could get a footstool, or you could. Yogg can like just put their hands on their knees and like scooch over.
Aww.
I can't see.
But you see in their head, like displayed on the surface, like a essentially recording.
It's
of-
like a security camera.
Like a
It's like
yes, that's so cool.
Yeah. It's like a big
Damn.
fisheye lens security camera, and you see Artis and who you recognize as, because you met them a little recently, Professor Alaro. You saw them when they were when she was in Artis's office. Blah 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 blah. Yes, you see them enter. You see Yogg remain stationary, but they enter. Artis gives a very weird look to Yogg, as if like he looks very scared. But when Yogg doesn't move, they just enter into the room, etc. And then Yogg will stand back up and will say, "Was the classification as friend correct, Creator?"
Quick reminder, I don't remember who Professor Alaro is.
Professor Alaro is the person who came and spoke to Mira about prosthetics and was
Ira's
the one
mom.
who was and Ira's mom and was helping out Artis with his fingers and stuff and told y'all
Fingers.
to
Okay.
get on his ass to keep them clean and stuff.
I would say yes. Keep that classification in mind.
Creator,
Yes.
are all people who stay with friends also friends?
I'm not sure exactly how to answer this question. Could you rephrase it a little better?
Yogg will just go back to a very neutral position and be evidently staring straight at the door as if in deep thought, and will then lean back down to look at you, Winsler, and will say, Creator,
Yeah.
when unknown people are with friends, is it safe to think they are friends?
Now I'm probably gonna have to teach you a valuable lesson.
All people I have met so far have been friends.
A lot of the people that we tend to let around us are indeed our friends. However, there are times where not everybody in our proximity are in fact friends, because there are some people or beings within the school currently that wish to see harm befall many of us in this room.
I see. How do I tell them apart from friends?
Well, I'm pretty sure they'll have a menacing aura about them. And they probably aren't mortal.
So, Creator, if they are menacing aura and not mortal, will I classify them as not friend?
Yeah, they are not. They are most definitely not friend.
I hope Wiggles doesn't have a menacing aura.
Oh shit!
Oh my gosh.
Oh no!
It's just a
Understood,
sassy aura, not
Creator.
a menacing aura.
Do you wish me to stay here and watch the door?
Yeah. Stay here for now. We're gonna go check in.
Understood.
I say that like this is some sort of hotel room.
Yeah.
It is now.
Artist
Hotel
is-
d'Artis.
It's an air TNT.
Oh.
We will be here for a little bit while we regroup and pass on some valuable information. So just sit here tight, and we'll see if we need any more help. Okay?
Understood, Creator. And they
Good
will
job.
resume their role as a coat rack.
The best coat rack y'all ever did meet.
The fanciest dang coat rack. All right, Integrity and Winsler, I guess, what do you do now? Mira's here. She seems to be sitting. Where are you sitting reading this book, Mira?
Probably like the living room.
Nice. Okay. Mira's sitting on the ground in the room, reading a book. Delnus is asleep, like leaned against one of the walls. What y'all want to do?
Hey, how did fire stuff go?
We didn't burn anything down.
That's good. Did you guys figure out who was behind it?
Not necessarily.
Yes and no.
Uh-huh.
So we met this person named Canon Nathan,
Haven't heard of him.
and he works under Professor Gonzalez in the Canon lab, and he's been talking to the Pebbles, and then something to do with Professor Nalder. So we have to talk to him tomorrow about what he's doing. Some
Okay.
weird stuff. So
There's definitely something weird.
yes. But have you had dinner yet?
No, but Professor Alaro was here to talk about prosthetics, and I told Delnus.
Told her what?
Dallas what? And I would look at Winsler. Like,
Wait, really? You couldn't? Oh, never mind then. Well, she's asleep, and we're gonna talk when she's awake.
Do you two like each other? I say aloud.
Winsler, did you really not know?
I'm not very good at picking up on hints.
and then
Fair.
I'm going to be like, oh, about that. Winsler, why do you think Mira would sing for Delnus if, that thing did not exist?
I thought she just wanted to show off her singing.
I do like singing. Where's Serenups?
Oh, she's with Philip in the infirmary again.
Oh, hope all that goes okay.
Do you want some bread? I took some bread.
Yeah, sure. Artist
Wait,
doesn't
when did you get that?
really have anything.
I have some bread hidden inside under my bed.
It's bed.
Bread?
Bed bread.
Bed bread.
I also took some of Sylvie's snacks.
Oh, shit.
Hope she's not mad at you about that. Sure,
Well,
yeah, we should eat.
She'll understand once I tell her.
Uh-huh.
So,
Okay.
is there any pressing issues that you discuss while you eat stale ass bread and some snacks? What snacks did you take from Sylvie? Details, please.
So chocolate covered pretzels.
Oh.
Some mini donuts covered in cinnamon and sugar.
Oh.
And also some jelly candy.
Nice.
Okay.
She's gonna be
Okay.
mad as fuck.
So you all eat stale bread and these lovely snacks and discuss, I guess, whatever you want to. Is there anything important that you do talk about this night? Or is it just like basic chit chats?
I think. Oh, hang on. Did Teb ever come back today?
Ted, I don't think he did he?
Delnis and Artis saw him in a tree when they were out getting sticks,
Yes.
and she
In a
told you that.
tree.
No, but they said he was in a tree, so I guess he's just doing Teb things in the forest around here.
Okay.
They didn't seem too worried.
Okay, so I guess that's
Huh.
normal.
Yeah, as normal,
Normal
as
for Tab, maybe.
Teb, yeah.
Yeah.
Hashtag just Ted things.
Well, at least we know he's safe. I was a bit worried before we had to go.
Okay. I think that at a certain point in the evening, during this very pleasant and simple and not stressful conversation, Artis would return. I think Yogg would declare such and say, Artis has returned, or some such thing, doing their proper job as the door watcher.
The tall, sad man
The
is
ballet.
back.
Eventually, I would want a drawing of this because this sounds cute AF. Like
Yogg is adorable.
with like
The
Yogg
coats.
and the
Yeah.
Just covered in jackets.
Artis has a leather backpack that seems to have some stuff in it. And also important for Mira, because it was asked, he has a small like bundle of stuff. It's like
Okay.
wrapped in paper. He will put the backpack down by the door after taking off his shoes, obviously, because he's not a savage. And will first and foremost, like, he'll start walking in the room and see that Winslow and Integrity are here. He will say, did everything go all right? You're back much sooner than I expected. I expect you to be gone all night.
Well,
Everything went well.
Well, we were almost told, and probably we almost ended up burning down the abjuration department because apparently we had no choice. I say with air quotes.
Did you?
We in fact did not. We went and spoke with, I believe it was Professor Deeptar, the one
Alright.
who works in the abjuration department.
Okay.
And we gave him the information and saying, help! We were about to burn this building against our will because some rock told us to.
Well, I think that might be a okay way to. Where's Sereneth?
Sereneth
Did she not come with you?
No,
Is she okay?
She's still with Philip in the infirmary.
Is everything okay with him?
He can't really see very well.
Yeah. They said that he's going to be unconscious for a couple more days.
Okay. All right. Okay. Mira, and he will hand you this small bundle, Mira, and he said, I tried going to your dormitory, but the door was locked
Oh.
to get you clothing if you're going to stay here for a few days.
Mhm.
And I don't try to make habits of breaking into students' rooms. That's just not right. So I stopped by the bookstore to grab some things. I hope they're okay.
Thanks. I'm sure they're great. Hopefully Alina's good.
I stopped in earlier today. She might have been in class, maybe.
Okay. Thanks, Artis.
Yes. Would you like to unwrap your gift?
Yes.
Okay. So in this small little bundle, It's like when you buy stuff and they'll wrap it in like the paper and like a little bit of twine or rope and stuff. You can imagine such a little package. There is one very generic and unfitting, just the regular school uniform, like the typical formal wear. It seems slightly cheaper than the one you actually own. But,
Probably like a
and then-
replacement if yours is damaged and you're in a
Yes,
pinch.
Winsler Wallaby. And then if you need a replacement robe or a uniform or anything. And then there's a set of PJs, and they seem to be very, very, very nice. They have like the small Wildcliff W embroidered onto one of the lapels.
Oh, look at that.
They're very nice. Artists will say it was either between those or the ones that they make for children, for students to send home to their family. And I assumed you wouldn't want that with the little play wizard hat and such.
No, I
The
think
play
that's
wizard
good.
hat.
Thank you.
Okay. I hope they're okay. I apologize I couldn't get anything.
It's okay. I guess I'll, head back at some point and check in on Alina and everything. Thanks.
Whenever you're ready, you don't have to go back to campus before then.
Yeah.
Did you, and he looks at you, Winsler and Integrity. I think he'll sit down by you guys at this point. He'll say, did you two happen to run into Professor Wraithrin while you were on campus? I didn't get a chance. I didn't find him at all, but I wanted to tell him that his daughter was here.
I don't normally make a habit of looking for professors.
Usually they
No,
don't.
Okay.
we didn't see him.
All right. Maybe.
But artists, later I wanted to ask you a question.
Oh, do you want to go talk outside?
Well, I guess it doesn't really matter if I ask you the question here now because it's not really a secret. But I was wondering if you knew anyone at school or something that I can ask about maybe a spell that could track down the last spell from a wand, or the context in which it broke, or basically just knowing the life of a wand. Do you know anyone I could ask about that?
You might be able to speak to... Who is your professor for spellcraft?
Professor Doss?
Okay. If that's the case, then I would recommend speaking to her. I am by no means an expert in... My knowledge of spells is limited to a few fields, so I'm not aware of any spell that does what you're asking, but she might be able to help you out. And if not, she might be able to point you in the proper direction. Why were you curious about this?
Well, when we went down there, or down at the hatch, and we were in the Trial of Reverence, there was a skeleton of a person apart from the snake that had a wand. And I'm generally, I'm curious as to who this was, because this would have happened after you took the orb, because I'm assuming that you took the orb for Reverence. Am I correct? That's how you got the green orb?
Well, Teb took the orb for Reverence, yes.
And you were not there when that happened?
The four of us had agreed to take one and then do some investigations on it before returning for the rest of them. And about a week after we took the Orb of Might, the one in my possession, we found out that Teb went on his own to get the other one.
Oh. I did not know that. I thought you all went to take the two orbs yourselves all together.
That was the intention. I'm glad you're investigating that, though. It would be helpful to know any more information about anyone else that might have ties to this. But that's a conversation for another time, I think.
Yes. Thank you, though.
Absolutely. I'm going to take a walk. I'm going to go try to find Teb and see if he's all right, and then I'll come back here and get some rest. You're all okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It's all safe here and everything. You know, Yogg's been keeping watch pretty well.
Okay. Winsler, leave the staff out by the shed, please, if you're not going to use it tonight or tomorrow.
Okay.
If you go back on campus, feel free to take it, but please leave it here.
You got it, boss.
Okay. And he will get up
I'm kidding.
and
God.
oh, there was one other thing that I wanted to talk to you about. I went to my office today just to pick up a few things, and he'll point at the leather backpack. I grabbed the heart of gold that was there, and then the rest of the notes from Juanita. Could you just put that upstairs for me while I'm gone?
Yeah, I can do that.
All right, thank you very much. And he will. I think he he takes off his coat. He didn't put his coat on Yogg. He'll take off like his outer robe and like throw it onto the small bed that's there, or like the low bed that's there, and we'll take like the ribbon out of his hair that holds his hair back, and then he will go for a walk in the woods barefoot and without a cloak or anything in this
Seems
nice
safe.
summer night. Of course. And so Integrity, you can bring the heart of gold or the knapsack, I guess, just up to the loft area.
Yes.
Did you want
And-
to do anything?
Is there anything of note that I might be interested in?
Anything of note you might be interested in?
Yes.
What are your interests and hobbies? I have no idea.
I'm a little snoopy. I feel.
Give me an investigation check. All right.
Well, initially I rolled a 9, but then I am feeling lucky. So I would like
okay.
to.
Oh shit.
Wow. You're using it?
But I'm feeling lucky tonight. I got an 18.
Okay. So you go up this ladder carrying this leather backpack. It's kind of heavy. It feels pretty unbalanced. There's the heart of gold and the container for it and some notes in here, so that makes sense. You can, when you go upstairs, you see one desk that seems to be pretty well organized and a far desk that seems to be less organized and more used, which you might be able to intuit is Artis's desk. What do you see that would interest you, I think? Where do you look? There's bookshelves, there's the backpack. What do you want to look at? Give me one thing, and we'll go through that quick.
Probably just the shelves.
Okay, just the shelves and stuff.
I don't want whatever is in his office. Those are very private. Not that this is any less private, but
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you can look at, like, looking on the shelves, there seem to be, other than, like, the books Mira poked through earlier that were on, like, performing arts and just fine arts and the history of fine arts and such things, there's also a bunch of, like, lunar charts that are all pulled out on the actual desk itself, or, like, hanging on the side of the bookshelf, or, like, I think there's one really big one nailed to the bookshelf itself, right? That probably catches your eye. And it seems to have some stuff marked in it, just little notes. And if you were to read it, it would just be preparatory notes for what you might assume to be the expedition that was supposed to follow up you guys going to Isithil last time.
mm-hmm.
That were to do with finding some sort of... There's a note scratched off about the elemental resonance time for earth energies. That's scratched out, and it seems to align with the time you guys went to Isithil. And then there's another moment that's written in that is the elemental resonance time for water energies. That seems to have been... He seems to have passed a couple weeks ago, but it seems like artists had been making plans for it.
Okay.
But you can slam Artis's knapsack down without any care for any of his other stuff and head back down, probably have some more timid conversations, and then get to bed if you'd like.
Sure.
Yeah,
Let's sleep.
another
Sounds
day.
to me like Dylan is having a good old sleep.
Dellis
She's sleeping for
is,
fucking ages.
yeah, Dellis is out. I mean, she was up from like early morning the other day and then wasn't asleep at all last night and was just crying. She's let her sleep. Let Dellis sleep.
No, she deserves the sleep. It's valid.
Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Serenep Cinderman,
Yo, what's up?
you returned to the infirmary. Everything was okay.
Oh, no.
Philip was sleeping soundly.
You're saying
a
all this in
different-
past tense?
A different attendant was working tonight. They were like just cleaning some stuff up. It looks like another student might have left in the middle of the day or like a bit after the time you left that morning. And everything's still getting cleaned up and just organized. The infirmary seems to not be used very often, which is a good thing.
Yep.
And you can just sit and watch Philip. What do you do with him like all night? When do you fall asleep?
I think she gets back. She's just kind of like trying to think of this whole situation. Like, are they going to have nightmares tonight? Is something going to try and threaten them now that they haven't started the fire? Like, she's kind of like looking around to see if there's
Worry.
anyone like suspicious in the area.
Okay.
Like, she wants to keep Philip and herself safe because she knows all of her other friends are already safe somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. Do you eventually go to sleep though? I think the only person around is this other infirmary attendant, this healer. I think you might recognize them even from your first like day or two at the school when there was like the spring dueling seminars or session. They were the one that was like administering bone healing juice to Mira, etc. But no one else is around. Nothing to fear.
Okay. I think she just, even though she doesn't think he can hear her, I think she like updates Philip on
Yeah.
like what happened, and I think like
So
she
sweet.
ends up like just going to bed. Yeah, in her cot.
That's so sad.
I need you to describe something for me.
Okay.
You've gone to bed. You're getting a decent
Like
rest.
good sleep.
Yeah, good sleep. I need you to describe to me what Serenep's home looks like her house where her family lives.
As her family is so close to royalty, they sort of had a spire of the castle, so like you go up like a circular staircase.
Oh, like their own little tower.
Yeah, they get like their
Ooh.
own
I
little
love
that area, and so like there's like a couple of different levels. Like there's a sitting area, her parents' rooms, and then near the top is where her room is, and it's
Nice.
just it's a decent sized space. It's bigger than her dorm room. I don't have an exact scale, but basically it's big enough for she set it up similarly to her dorm room, like what her room is like. It has like the table, it has some chairs. She doesn't have any beanbags, sadly.
I would go so far, Sam, as to even say, if you'll allow me, that it's not even just Serenep's room. It's like her quarters, her wing of the tower, if you will, right?
Yeah, like this
Where it's
entire
like-
floor is basically hers.
Like there's people who like wait on you hand and foot, live on this floor, and like the other, like in the
Oh yeah,
in
there's
the
like an
servants'
antechamber and everything.
quarters. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like
Oh
she has like her own
gosh.
like bathroom kind of thing. She has like a big bed with like the 4 like posters where she's not, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like
Yes,
the,
yes.
the things at the ends, and she has like a cool like curtain thing for it. She has like a little bookshelf there where she has her own personal collection of books that she's bought from town, and like there's like the royal library where she will sometimes go as well for like her studies and stuff.
Perfect. Okay.
Can you adopt your cousin?
What do you think she's been trying to do for the last couple of months?
All right. So bear with me for a moment.
Okay.
Winsler,
See,
describe your home.
my home
Winsler Wallaby's home. Out on the mud flats.
in the mud flats.
The
Well,
Wallaby
in the
Farm.
mud.
What does it look like? Tell us about it.
So I wouldn't say it's particularly far out, like in the more isolated parts of the mud flats. It's probably nearby to some other places, but it's still kind of out there.
There's like neighbors.
Yeah, there's neighbors. It's got like a nice. So how I imagine it is that the house is like right at the foot of a small hill,
Mhm.
and then there's a muddy road that runs horizontal to the front door.
Okay.
And the small hill is on the right side, and it goes up, and that's where the pasture is. And just a little bit beyond that hill is a single tree and some bushes, and that's where that's the start of it all for Winsler, but that's beside the point. It's more of like a, other than maybe like a small pen area out near the main house itself, it's not a very big place. It's like a primarily wooden shack. It's like not even 2-bedroom. It's maybe like one, like the main area's got like everything in it. It's got the kitchen, it's got the dining table, it's got literally everything else. And then there's maybe like 1 or 2 other areas that branch off into the house. And that's where Ma and Pa Wallaby sleep.
Okay.
And then Winsler's room is like a small area off on the other side.
Okay. So we see both of this. It's almost like
What?
There's a tower in the middle of the field for some reason now.
Sarah,
Look at this
like,
little shack.
I was thinking about my room. What the fuck is this? Serenup, you see your home, and it's almost like you're floating through it. Not like walking through it, but just like floating along the stairs.
Serenap activated no clip.
Winsler, for you, it's like you're lying in the middle of the house and just staring up at the ceiling. And you can hear the sound of your parents having a conversation, just talking about, I'm not going to do the voices now because that would ruin the fun later. We'll just like scheduling when the next trip up to the Bridge Fort or down to Durham will be. Which is like the nearest big dwarf city.
Yeah.
But just scheduling when that would be, right? When they're going to bring some of the cows to get sold or pick up some new grain and stuff. Serenup, you're drifting through. It's very late at night here, and it's much colder down here. You feel the coldness in the air. And
If only I had a match.
I think both of you will hear whispers that say, "It was only a simple little task to go out and burn the Snuffer of Worlds, to undo what that demon Nalder did, to just burn one little thing. Is that so hard?" And around both of you, I think you'll very easily see your family homes catch on fire.
Oh.
Okay.
Are we able to like move or anything like that?
Sure.
I know I'm floating kind of through my home. Like, are my parents around? Are any like the workers around that I can see?
You drift down the hallway urgently and see your father seated in a large chair, asleep. Your mother sitting in, like, you know, when there's like the 2 large leather chairs sat in front of a fireplace, you know, the vision. That's what I'm imagining. They're both just asleep in their chairs. And the house burns around them.
And you both asleep?
They're both asleep soundly. And Serenup, you see like in their chests, these little fires. Not like a fire which is burning, but like a fire that's inside of them.
I'm going to say to whatever is making this happen. Gotta think. You didn't give us enough of an explanation as to why his office had to be burned. You can't just demand something to burn and not have us ask questions.
I think the more you say things, your voice seems almost like 1,000 miles away, right? Like you feel yourself saying these things, but it feels so far away, like you can barely hear yourself speak. And you'll hear this whisper reply as your parents' chairs catch on fire. "Then I will make myself more clear. There is a devilish creation in the office of Nalder, the Snuffer of Worlds. Burn it, please."
If I go, if you let me wake up and I go and I burn it, show me what it is and I will burn that. Will you stop this?
Yes, you'll be free.
And if I do it myself, because the other people obligated, they're not with me. If I do it myself, will they will they also be freed?
All the names on the stone.
What does the item look like?
A little wooden, do you know candle snuffer?
Yes.
Like it's like a long
It's like the stick and then like the
with
little
a
like triangle
bell
that
on
you
the
like
end.
use to push it
Yeah.
down. Yeah.
A little wooden one of those is laid upon your father's lap and gets burnt up in this dream as the fire burns around you.
And that's the only thing that has to get burnt, right?
That's it.
Okay, I'll do it.
Okay. Winsler Wallaby,
I want to immediately insight check this.
do it. What are you insight checking?
The whole scenario, because there's no way that this is real.
I think this is a dream.
So you're like, oh, this is a dream, etc.
This is a dream, yeah.
Okay, insight check it.
Ooh, okay. So that's a 15.
Okay. To tell you're in a dream, I think that you can tell this is definitely a dream state. Yes. You're
Okay.
definitely asleep. You remember falling asleep. You definitely aren't home right now. There's little things about this that are not right.
Yeah.
The table's in the wrong spot. The chairs are off skew, right? The roof doesn't look like that, right? When you look at the details, it falls apart.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still burning. You still hear the chatter of your parents in the other room. They don't seem to be reacting whatsoever.
I want to touch the fire.
It's not warm at all. And you'll hear the voice say, just one task, and then it won't be a bother anymore.
I'm going to turn towards wherever I hear the voice, or just
It's like it's
look up.
coming from where you are.
Okay. So I'll just sort of look in a general direction just to focus my attention towards.
Uh-huh.
Um
Oh, I
Um,
know a really good shot. Can I put my
Yeah,
little
go
greasy fingers
ahead.
in this
Go
scene?
ahead.
You look over at like the front door that has like a cute little circular window in it, and you
Mhm.
see a reflection of yourself, and like you are Winsler, and there's a little fire in your chest, and you're just staring at yourself.
Okay. I'm not afraid of you or your lies. None of this is real. You can't really hurt anyone.
You see your reflection smile very wide,
Okay, that's creepy.
Winsler. And then you both wake up in the morning. Yay! Oh, rise and shine.
Yell at the dream
Beautiful
so it goes
morning.
away.
Winsler, you don't feel good in your stomach
I
whatsoever.
got heartburn.
I got heartburn.
That's a
I
good
think
name
that-
episode.
Based on the insight check, 15, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you don't feel good about any of that.
No.
Not sorry. I want to be very clear. You don't feel like physically ill. You feel like wrong. Something is
Yeah.
wrong in your tummy.
Definitely was a dream, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't like what I saw.
All right. That's where I think we'll end it here.
Oh.
Damn.
Calm and peaceful.
Very calm, very
Not-
peaceful.
Fuck off, firebug.
Fucking fire.
Yeah, what the
Sam.
fuck is the deal with this fire?
We
Sam,
can't
can you do the
deal
outro,
with
please?
a snake and a firebug at the same time.
If we set the snake on fire, maybe it'll work. Hi, Luke.
Can you do the outro for us?
Yeah, we just have
please?
to pit them against each
Oh
other.
yeah, sure.
This is my peaceful voice now.
We just
I
have
don't
to
know what
talk to the
do.
fire spirit and be like, hey, fire spirit, I think Nesca hates fire, and just it'll take care of
She's
itself.
Yeah, Nesca's talking
Yeah,
about like
easy.
putting out all
Totally.
the fires.
It's the solution we needed.
Sam, can you do the intro? Yeah. Sam, can you do the outro?
I think I can, yes. Thank you everyone for listening to this episode of Trials and Trebuchets. If you would like to follow us, we have a couple of different options there. We got our Instagram, we have our Twitter at Trials and Trebs, and there we have little announcements. We show a lot of art on our Instagram that you guys can look at, and we also have a Discord that you can find in a hyperlink in the descriptions of our Twitter and our Instagram, and there you can come into the chaos that is this podcast and our fans. There's a lot of great people in there, more artwork, people share their interests. It's really a great community to come in and look at. So join us if you want to. We also have a Patreon, and that's not an obligation to listen to the podcast. We greatly appreciate all of our Patreons, but if you ever wanted to come in, put in $1 or anything like that, we greatly appreciate it, and that can be found at Trials and Trebs. I think that's everything.
I think that's it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Thank you everyone
yeah.
for listening this week. It was a very calming.
Calming.
Calm episode. We're very
Calming
warm
episode.
now.
Yeah, we're all
Take some
warmed up
Pepto
inside.
Bismol. It's fine.
I'll
Oh.
chill. It just warms our hearts.
Tune in next week. We're getting close to the end here, folks. So,
Spicy.
boy, howdy, I'm getting excited.
Oh boy.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
All right, Carla, take us away. Take us on home, Carla.
I am going to take you all home. Welcome everyone, and today, this is our October thank yous to all our Patreons that we love very much. Carry it out.
Thank you, Bingle Bangle. Because it's capitalized.
Yeah, thank you, Bingle
Thank
Bang.
you.
Thank you, Bingle
Thank
Bangle.
you.
Bingle
Thank
Bangle.
you.
Thank you, Mariasole Nardelli.
Oh my
I hope
god.
that you are,
Oh
in
my
fact,
God.
Italian.
Can
Was
you
that
say it
actually
without
good,
the
or was that very
accent?
bad?
Yeah.
Thank you, Mariasole Nardelli.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Beautiful.
I hope that one of those was right, but if it wasn't,
Please
let us know.
know.
Thank you, Polaroid. You are my favorite system for capturing memories.
Aw.
Thank you, Polaroid.
You're my favorite memory.
Thank you.
It's a picture of a Polaroid camera.
And
We'll put
thank you
down.
to Jamulan, Hamulan. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce your name, so I do apologize if I butcher it. Thank you very much.
Tell us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for donating to us and supporting us. We love you beyond what words can reasonably convey. We hope to provide you with fun entertainment that can bring you joy and make you cry sometimes.
Oh.
Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please,
Speaking of entertainment,
speaking of entertainment, what? This goes at the end, Ben.
Oh.
oh, I thought this went on the. Never mind.
Some
No, these go
people
at the
say
beginning.
that love is too much, but I think that our love is real because we appreciate all the support that you all give us because it validates
It
I
validates
was like,
this
oh,
project.
this is such a
Where's
like a
every time,
heartfelt
every time
sentiment.
our
and then-
every time our parents look at us condescendingly and says, "Well, are you making money off of it?" We have a right to say, "Yeah, we are."
Carla told her sister that we made a show yesterday and described what it was. And I was like, please tell her that we make money so we don't seem like losers,
Like,
please.
oh, it's just a. I mean,
Um,
like, even if we weren't making money off of it, I would still love to do this. So, like,
Even
you
if we
guys
weren't making
are.
money off of it, I
We
would
weren't
still be
making money for
embarrassed.
like a year.
So, like, yeah, Patreon.
That's exactly,
like,
that's
We
like
only started
exactly the
making
first
money
thing
off
that my
of it.
dad talked to me about, like,
Until
too.
we found our hidden Patreon.
It's like,
Yeah.
are you getting paid
Yeah.
for this?
Wait, you guys are
Anyways,
getting paid?
Yeah, someone found us.
No one.
And they shoved money
Anyways.
into the hands of the people.
Thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you enjoy next week's episode. I hope you continue to love this podcast, or at least like it. I assume if you're a patron, you like it at least. Bye.
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 That's why leave a rating. We love you.
Bye, 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 bye.